I'm here with Co-Editor-In-Chief of Variety Magazine, Andrew Wallenstein, who just was with the head of our network, Albie Heck, doing an awesome fireside chat here at Vidcon. And Andrew, the thing that really stuck out to me about Variety is how you guys have positioned yourself as the go-to ranking for the top influencers on YouTube, which is what Vidcon is all about, aren't you?
Yeah, it was really about looking at the data and having us tell the story of who are the creators on this platform that are head and shoulders above the rest. And not just simply who's the most popular, but looking at the diversity of YouTube, looking at all the key content genres and saying, who is king in each of those areas?
And based on the data that you guys have compiled and you have come across, what has stood out to you as being some of the biggest surprises and some of the biggest things to pay attention to about where we are now and where we're headed?
You know, I think it's interesting to look at the vitality of particular genres. When you look at something like gaming, for instance, which we found on our ranking is number one far and away in terms of the vitality of that genre. Not just PewDiePie, who was the guy who finished first on our ranking, but he also has so many other competitors there that in general are really kind of lifting the tide for that genre.
So we talked about gaming as being this huge juggernaut. It's not even close between them and the next genres. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, gaming seems to be far and away the most vibrant genre on YouTube. But that said, there's some pretty other vibrant things going on there, whether it's the beauty category, comedy, entertainment. The thing I take away from our Fame Changers ranking is there's no one thing that YouTube is going to be as a place for content. It's a lot of different things.
Now we're seeing crossover. I talked to the guys from Smosh. Smosh the movie is coming out. A lot of these studios are collaborating with traditional content creators and bringing them into the fold. Do you feel like it's going to be the death of linear television when digital starts to come up? Do you think there are opportunities for collaboration? What's your take on it?
No death. I think the first rule of media is nothing really dies, it just sort of contracts and other things come in, and there's, radio wasn't killed by television. I think what you're going to see is a lot of blending, a lot of fusion of so-called digital and mainstream, and I think Smosh is a great example of that. That movie is just the first of what's going to be a lot of very small movies for now from digital talent going to the big screen. Eventually, though, I think one of those are really going to pop, and that is going to change the game.
The breakthrough, so to speak. Let's talk about demographics. I think that you walk around VidCon and you're tempted to believe that it's nothing but 12 to 17-year-old girls who are the most vociferous consumers of YouTube content. But the reality is it's a much broader audience than that. Break it down for me.
Yeah, it is, I think, a very youth-skewing audience, which is very important in the media business. You want to have those younger consumers following, and that really tells you the whole story. That said, I think, another thing that YouTube in particular has excelled at is on the diversity front. I think, television has always been criticized as being sort of overly white, overly male. You look at the complexion of what's on YouTube today, it's the exact opposite. All ethnicities. It's I think, a great thing because it reflects the reality of the audience, not just in the U.S., but across the globe.